All right, we're going to open up the brief statement with Coach, and then we'll take questions for players after that.
Yeah, obviously, I'm pleased with our performance. To get an easy win right before Christmas is a big deal. I know this team came in here, North Alabama came in with some injuries as well. They were down to 8, we're down to 9, kind of a grinded out game. But I thought our players stepped up and made plays and did what we needed to do on both ends of the court.
Grace, in that first round, I think you scored all 13 of the team's first 13 points. I mean, what was working for you so early to kind of get that fast start?
Yeah, we had, kind of talked about just being able to get out in transition and try to get some rim runs. So I think, just having that on my mind helped. And then on top of that, I think we just moved the ball really well. And, my teammates were able to hit me and help me get some really good looks early on.
Yeah, for both of you guys, we talked about this team in the preseason playing fast, and it felt like when you guys pushed the pace, you found some success and some stretches tonight. What's kind of in that part of the game has grown for you guys, and how do you feel like that's kind of progressed this season?
Yeah, we have a lot of new players, to Mizzou, so I think just as the season has gone along, we've been able to feel each other better and just understand, what Chloe's looking for, what Jayla's looking for, what all of our different teammates, what they're looking for on the court and how they move. So, I think as we're getting to play with each other, we're getting, to play fast but also play more comfortable with each other.
Jayla, being perfect from the free throw line, what kind of momentum do you feel like that adds to the game, having that part progress throughout the season?
I just think that adds consistency for me, and also my teammates down the line. Like I said, I want to be almost perfect. Everybody wants to be almost perfect, but I want to make sure that we have those and don't miss those points that we can have.
Jayla, when those threes start flying in the second half and everyone sees to be hitting, is it kind of just a contagious thing where it kind of just felt like everyone was starting to hit those?
Yeah, I think we've been shooting well, but also, like I said, just feeling it and getting a feel for it. I think my teammates give me the right looks as well, so that always helps.
From your guys' perspective, what's going to be the biggest thing going into Christmas, but taking this week off, UMKC next Sunday, what's going to be the biggest focal point in practice?
I would definitely think just keeping up what we do and staying with our system, of course, not forgetting what our goal is, and that's, of course, to win, but making sure we're doing the right things offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I think, getting this little break and getting to be home with friends and family for a little bit is, really special for everyone. And so getting to kind of take a deep breath when we're home will be good for everyone, but just, making sure we're getting locked back in when we're coming back, because we'll, play a good UMKC team and want to get another win, before conference play starts.
What would you sort of like to see before you head into SEC play with that last game?
Yeah, I think I would definitely like to see just, continued confidence from our team, confidence playing together, confidence in our system, and just, the principles our coaches are, continuing to help install within our team just on both sides of the floor. And on top of that, I think just continued communication on both sides of the court as well.
Any other questions for the athletes? All right, we'll let them go.
Good job, y'all. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, we'll open up questions for Coach.
Kelly, just real quick, I wanted to ask about Shannon and, what kind of an update on her status is.
Yeah, we got a lower body injury, and it's a day-to-day update with her. So, unfortunately, she was unable to go today. I thought her teammates stepped up in her absence, so proud of them because she does a lot for us. Obviously handles the ball, scores a lot, rebounds a lot. So it was good to see us be able to make up some of that production.
You just touched on it, but what kind of adjustments need to be made with the Shannon Dowell off the court? And you said you're happy with how they did this.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot we can do. We don't have a lot of options. We're down at 9 right now, and so it's basically just making sure we put people in the right positions, that we are very strategic on our substitutions. We want to keep people as fresh as possible. We mixed up our defenses quite a bit today. We're doing that with Shannon. Our offensive sets did not change without Shannon, so we'll still be running the same things. We just have to have players step up and make plays.
You had a little break, obviously, before this game. You have another little break before the next game. How critical is this time where maybe the bodies are getting a little bit of a break and you're kind of getting a little bit of rejuvenation at least before?
Yeah, I tell you what, this team's they've been good. We've enjoyed being around them. They're just really a bunch of good people. And sometimes, those breaks, sometimes you just need to have your own time for a minute, but I've just not felt that with this team. So I think that's a good thing. But this break will be good for them physically, but also mentally. We have a long season. And for our players, we need them as fresh and excited and rejuvenated as they can be coming back from this break. And I told them, don't ever take that for granted. Go home, enjoy. I said I had to turn it off for a minute. Just enjoy your friends and family, enjoy this time of season, and you'll be back soon enough. So hopefully they can really enjoy some downtime.
Even in a blowout, but also headed to conference play, how important is it still for Grace and Jayla, like those key players, to still get a good amount of minutes?
Yeah, I think it's important that you continue to work through your system and that you play well. And for us, we don't have a lot of people that can sit on the bench. People are going to be on the court. Right now, you're going to have a starter on the court at the end of a game. You just are, at least one. And so, I think they had good minutes. I think for them, playing with just about everybody on the team is important. I think they did what we needed them to do, and that was good to see.
You talked about in the preseason, obviously playing fast, not just fast physically, but fast mentally. Do you feel like this team is kind of getting to that point where you're seeing more progression in that area?
I thought we were kind of regressing a little bit in our full court pace there for a minute, and we really stressed this and emphasized that this game is great to hear Grace said that was a big reason why she was able to find some opportunities in transition. That was definitely a point of emphasis going into this game. So I'm excited that I feel like they transferred what we were talking about in practice in the locker room. They transferred it to the court and to the game. So I was glad to see that.
I wanted to touch on turnovers. What did you see, that stretch in the second quarter where you kind of had a lot back to back to back? What did you kind of see in that stretch?
Yeah, I thought actually our decision making wasn't great. It was, we were driving in a crowd. We were a little soft with passes. We were off target with passes. I wish it was one specific thing or one person. That would have been an easy fix. We had 6 or 7 kids with a turnover in the first half. And when it's everybody, somebody's got to step up and own it and take care of the basketball and understand. And, that was an emphasis also, just so you know, that was an emphasis going into the game. We wanted to get shots at. We didn't want to turn the ball over. So we've got to clean that up. Those are the ones for no reason. Those are the ones you got to clean up.
Hey, Coach, do you think that with you guys having one non-conference game before going to SC play at Number 2 Texas, do you think there's anything you'd like to see your team improve on and work on before you guys go into conference play?
We're constantly trying to get better at something. And so, we'll come back. We won't have a lot of practice time before our next game. It will be a pretty quick turnaround. So basically it's going out there on a quick scouting report, being able to, take a scout and be better at it at the game, clean up our turnovers, continue to work on our rebounding. We're always trying to get better at something, and I can't tell you just one specific thing. I think it's pretty broad based, but we're always pushing them.
It's great having the fast start. How much of an advantage is that, especially that early?
Well, I think early on, Grace is so aggressive. She's always looking to score. And they were playing her one-on-one, so she's got some pretty good looks. I think it's great for our team. It gives our team confidence because we know we've got her over here, and it gets us off to a really positive start when she is that aggressive.
I wanted to ask about Chloe, active shooting tonight, active on the boards. What kind of progression have you seen from her this season?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Chloe is the progression has been there, and a lot of that we attribute to the comfort that she has on the court. The longer she's played, the more comfortable she is. And, in the summer, I'm not sure she would have kept shooting. Not that we played a game. I don't know if she would have kept shooting. She didn't shoot it well early. We told her to keep shooting, and she did. And, she's making a lot of other plays. You could see what she did on the boards, but deflections. She's just got some savvy about her, and she's competitive. So when she's out there, she wants to win, and she wants to get it done right.
other questions? Aye.
Merry Christmas. Y'all have a great holiday. We'll see you soon.